Tyrannus Cosplay. Featuring Bernard Sutton Power, cosplayer and prop maker, presents with thanks to the following patrons. A build recorded live on Twitch. Thank you, Amber Lister, Stephen David Love, Brendan Shenfield, Kimberly Sutton, Jacqueline Fogg, and Phantom Blade Cosplay. With special thanks to the following patrons. And acknowledgement to these patrons for their support. Background music is compliments of Dark Energy Designs. This is on the Reverb Nation. Well, actually, it's reverbnation.com/The Judge Project as one word. Okay, tonight I'm going to do some more bladed weapon work. I'm going to put the little filigree details on the top of the crossguards on these Skyrim daggers, and I'm also going to finish shoring up the edges, and I may have the opportunity to do some work on the Duskfang Dawnfang sword from Elder Scrolls Online, which is a commission which is sitting there ready to rock and roll. First things first, I'm going to add these patterns on here with some 2mm foam, and I had a piece sitting around here. Chat amongst yourselves for a second. There's a little piece. Right there. Okay. Get rid of that now, I don't need it. 2 daggers, going to need 4 of these little puppies. Now I'm doing a expo in a fortnight's time, actually 10 days time, on the 14th of April, and I've been asked to come along as a cosplay ambassador, and as part of that I get to do some workshops during the day and then a panel up on the stage. And my workshops are on my aging and weathering techniques, so I needed some props that I could age and weather. So I'm going to knock these 2 up, and then I have the Mark II of the Nordic armor chest piece sitting in the back room that I haven't done anything with, so I'll seal, prime and paint that in the silver metallic paint, and then take that along to the convention with me as well, and that'll give me a lot of surface area that I can show how I age and weather. So yeah, that's what these are for, and as a backup I've got that there as well. So first I need to remove the detail from these and turn them into stencils. So a bit of this and a bit of that. Trying a new overhead light stream for the source. I normally have 2 little desk lamps sitting on either side, pointing away from me onto the wall and reflecting back, but I have an LCD, LED light tube that I got from Audi that has this warm light, or it has a very bright cold light. And I think I like the orangey warm light better. Oop, and there goes my autofocus. Come on. Come on, down here. That's the way. Good on ya. Now, I was watching Ted do his stream, but unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of lag at the moment on Ted's stream. And, yeah. So I thought, well, I'm going to stream tonight anyway. I'll just jump on before Ted's finished. Now, hopefully that lag doesn't affect his recording of his stream, because he likes then to edit it and put it back up to YouTube so everybody gets to see it. Got my compulsory cup of tea. Because at 1:30 in the AM, it's probably a little late to be thinking about drinking coffee. Sorry, I thought I had a bit of an issue there. Where is it? There it is. Going cross-eyed staring this close to the piece of paper. Come on. So there you can see I've cut half the pattern out. And this will be overlaid with 2mm craft foam. And 2mm craft foam on there. Once I've glued it in, I can then round off the edges to make it seamlessly fit on the top. Obviously not putting the handle on, so we don't even need that on there. It just gives us a little more stability to the paper, because the paper's wafer thin basically, isn't it? So cut that excess bit off down the bottom there. I'll leave the handle on for a little while longer. Come on. Out of there you come. Don't ruin the nice tight triangle we got going on. That's right, how's it doing, dude? It's going good on this side. Hopefully it's going good for you. Bling! Life outside school is great. School, not so much. It's a unnecessary evil, I think, unfortunately, Deathbright. I didn't quite enjoy school when I was there either. I dropped out halfway through year 10. I was bullied and picked on and spat on and shit. So yeah, school wasn't one of the highlights of my life, no. Turns out if I don't do better, way better, this spelling test, you fail the class. Yeah, I hate spelling. I'm sorry I can't help you with that one. I got 10 out of 10 once at spelling, and the whole class stood up and cheered. We had a list of words that we have to learn on a Friday, or that we were given on a Friday and had to learn over the weekend. And on Monday, one student would be chosen at random to stand up and go through the list of words. I always get picked on because I can't freaking spell. It's an important skill, but oh yeah, I get your pain indeed. I think now that we have so much assistance with our spelling and grammar, everything has word prediction on it, it's spelling correction, etc. As long as you have a good grasp of what you're trying to say, most of the devices we use now to communicate will make sure that you spell it correctly. But yeah. There we go, it's making me super sad. I've worked so hard just to fail. Some college does something that no one does at this age. Yeah. I concur. Would you call it uni? I don't know, I never got that far. I don't know how to differentiate the difference between college and university. Year 10 in Australia is the second last year of your high school. Sorry, DB, I don't remember where you're at. In the US, in Washington State. Cool bananas. So what is it? It's the middle of the day over there at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, I don't understand the difference between university and college. Again, something that never actually came up as an important distinction in my life. It looks like they're both mirror images of each other. Just going to make 4 of these little puppies. $10:30 AM. Yeah, it's 1:30 AM on Wednesday morning here. Yeah. At least you're doing something you like. Yeah, indeed. I quite enjoy doing my cosplaying and my crafting and stuff. And I run my own DJ company. I host quizzes for another company Monday, Wednesday and Thursday evenings, and occasionally on weekends for corporate gigs. That stupid face cam is frozen again. Not that it matters. So, what are you studying with a hope to get where? So if I fail because spelling is hard, I plan to change colleges because I'm sick of spelling tests, and clearly it isn't working. Well, yeah, it's not the test that isn't working, it's the technique they're using to teach you how to spell, I would expect. But like I said, what course are you doing and where do you hope that will take you? Medical assistant, sweet. Hope it will take me to the medical it will take me to be a medical assistant, and then I hope to work my way up to a nurse and work at a hospital. Sweet. Yeah. And I can understand in some small way how they would like your spelling to be relatively accurate when you're working in the medical field, because you don't want to be prescribing something, spelling it miscorrectly, and giving the client or the patient something else. So, yeah. But like you said, the other colleges are not doing it, so they must have workarounds. There must be a way to get qualified nurses who have the ability to work well with patients and administer to their care without being able to spell. Seek, how you doing, brother? There you go, exactly. The ability to spell nowadays is less and less of a deciding factor about how intelligent you are and how able you are to communicate, because you have a vocabulary, and like you said, you pop it into the computer or you pop it into your phone and it will spell things for you in most cases. So I think it's far more preferable that you actually know how to treat patients, etc., than how to spell pseudoephedrine. So what you been up to, Seek? Keeping yourself busy, brother? Yeah, it's another bit of that bloody well classic Skyrim filigree work to go on the cross guards of the daggers. Where to put it? There we go. I did something when I cut out the cut this out of craft board from the paper printout, because I needed to make two of them. So the paper after a while gets flimsy, and then I thought, what I want to do with my sword templates is make a stencil that will last quite a while. So every time I need to make one of these, I just grab the stencil off the wall, trace it out. So I did the first one. 3D, bloody well, MDF stencil for the silhouette of the blades. So now whenever I need to make one of these, I just grab this off the wall, drop it on my phone, and trace it out, and away I go. So I'll drill a little hole in there and put them up on a pin on the side of the bookcase there, and do that for all my swords, etc. Your first prop is nearly done. You just need the time to paint and a little last minute detail. Hey, if you've got any images on your Instagram or your Facebook or Imager or wherever, feel free to throw them up so we can take a look at them, DB. Yeah, thanks, Seek. I thought it was a cool idea. Just like I said, so that they're there. I don't have to keep printing it out and tracing it out from the paper pattern and having the paper pattern be destroyed after one use, etc. So somebody's just messaged me at 1:30 in the morning, at, well, 1:45 in the morning, and it might be important. It's not. It's a mate of mine just putting bloody well YouTube video clips up. You have photos of your Dark Lady, but that's about it. Right. Another bloody pop-ups. Jeez, they irritate me. Go away! I think a ballpoint pen might be better for that. It's not very fine tipped. Damn thing. Okay, let's check that out. Instagram image. Here we go. Looks good. Cosplay has changed my life. It's gotten me to do so many things I've never tried before but dreamt of. I didn't think I could pull off dark lady, black lady so well. Well, I think you're doing a rather good job of it. You keep going. Jesus Christ. I put a video up on my Instagram 22 hours ago. So far it's had 17,568 views and I didn't even have to take my top off. Gonna remake the leather gonna remake the collar from leather this time. Take another look at that. So that's not leather. The choker collar thing that you're wearing in that. What did you make that one out of? Oh, it's fine. Sweet. My Kylo Ren belt I made out of foam. But then, so you can see the crappy 5mm foam. I've got 50mm tape with a buckle inside it because I keep popping the Velcro with my fat tummy. But I covered it with the fake leather suede stuff. Oh, not suede stuff, what do you call it? Faux leather? You can't move your neck. Well, that's going to happen anyway. When you put a leather one on, it's still going to make you restrict your neck movement, I would think. Anime, so not real life. Of course not. No, sleek. I'll be here for a little while longer yet, mate. I can go over there, actually. So can that and that. They're all in the wrong pen container. So much so that I can't actually get to the pens I want. That's not going to work either. Has a finer tip on it, so it gets into the sharper corners a lot better than the ballpoint does. But the ink doesn't transfer as well as the ballpoint does. Pros and cons, eh? Yeah, Dark, that one always finishes really abruptly, I feel, mate. So what happened to using powder? Powder? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Right, so for the two blades I need to trace out 4 of these puppies, because obviously there's one on each side and there are 2 of the weapons. Also got to tidy up these center spines. There's still the full height all the way down, and they are supposed to taper down to be flush with the blade by the time they get to this end, and they're tapered to a peak. Yeah. Didn't for a while you used to use powder to trace and know where to cut? No, I don't think that was me. That's not a technique I've used, DB. These would be the ideal sort of thing to throw through the laser cutter, I reckon, if I had one. Or one of those, is it a quick cut or whatever? Yes, I'm sporting a Band-Aid. If you actually haven't bled for your craft, are you really giving it your whole heart and soul? Still a bit tender. I got gifted a whole pile of really nice goodies today. I stopped by my mates at the radio station to have my my daily cup of coffee with them around about 4 o'clock, and one of the guys there, who is a fellow crafter, has not made anything for about 2 or 3 years, so he's a little burnt out from it, and they're moving house, so he's clearing out his garage and gave me a couple of boxes full of stuff. Half a dozen of these little energy drink bottles called Bomber, which are shaped like hand grenades, which I've been putting rope basket weave on them and hanging from my belt as potions bottles. So a whole pile of those and those, but a whole pile, probably close to 20 pieces of steampunk paraphernalia from the crafting store. You know, little octopuses and clocks with lots of cogs on them, and cogs and themselves, and little bits of jewelry pieces and stuff. It's quite a good little stash. Some leather, some Nerf guns even. You missed what I said, DB. I said I don't think that was me doing the powder to trace. I don't recall ever using that technique. I've seen it done, but I don't ever remember doing it myself. As for the rest of the stuff I said, I'm just waffling. I don't even remember what I said. Yep, got it all. 2 more to go. And then of course I've got to go over them again with the scalpel. G'day, Seek. Welcome back, buddy. I'll go over them with the scalpel. I prefer using the scalpel than an X-Acto. The handle's quite expensive. It cost me like $26 to get the handle. Australian, so about $13 or $10 American. But they're proper scalpel blades, and I get them for $1 each from the craft store in aluminium packets, individually packaged like band-aids. But they're much, much sharper than X-Acto blades. So for these really fine details, they're exactly what I need. And I buy them in packs of like 30 at a time. That's not a particularly tasty cup of tea tonight. I don't think I stirred it. Here's my little 15 centimeter 6-inch ruler. And see if that makes it taste any better. After seeing your blades, I got some. Cut myself first time out of the packet just by touching the edge. Yeah, they're pretty neat, eh? You got to go, DB? No worries. You have a good day. I know it's like telling you to blow smoke out your bum, but try not to stress too much about the college thing. Focus on your end goal, and you know, hey, the universe will help you find a way. Thanks for joining us so far. Thanks for contributing so much to chat tonight. You have a good one. Exactly, you can only do your best, and like I keep telling my guys here, whether you stress about it or whether you don't stress about it, the results are not going to change except for negatively. Okay? If you don't stress about it, it's going to be what it's going to be. If you do stress about it, you're adding so much more pressure to yourself that the results will be harder to achieve. So while it's impossible to do, give it a go anyway, okay? Take care of yourself. We'll chat again next time you're on. And what have you been stumbling around with at the moment? Seek anything spectacular? Oh, Dark, this sounds like a new piece of music I haven't heard before. Oh no, I recognise it now. You finished BB-8 and Dumbledore's Wand. You started on a shield and the Monster Book of Monsters as a trinket box. Jesus! Bit like me, mate. I got like 4 different projects on the go at the moment. I have a couple of commissions on the go that are time critical, so they're being worked on. And as I wait for either feedback from the client or for the natural progression of the build, you know, paint, whatever, I'll jump to one of the others to keep me occupied. I've got that big fella you can see behind me in the frozen face cam. One of your sons wants you to make him an infinity gauntlet. That should be an interesting build. Absolutely it will be. Cosplay Chris, a guy out of Sydney, who's a YouTuber but not a Twitch streamer, has just done what he calls Chris's custom collectibles, where he'll buy the toy or collectible version and then customize them, change the pose, mod them up. He literally put a video up this afternoon of his Infinity Gauntlet repaint of one of the $30 toys here in Australia. Three. Do I have all the pieces? Yes, I do. You did manage to get a couple of free patterns for it. You're halfway home, mate. Get these two out of the way so that I'm not rubbing on them with my forearms and taking the ink off. Nice knuckles, absolutely, look at them. I can do that. They still nice knuckles now? And then of course there's that one there that doesn't bend because I smashed it with one of those little handheld sledgehammers. Because I'm an idiot before you ask why. You're not sure what kind of message you're supposed to take from that. You're a little confused. Dated Rhymes. Hello. How you doing again, mate? It is the Aussie man again. A lot better now the post surface has resumed and you know stuff is on the way. That's always a good feeling when you can track it and you can see it heading from where it was to where it's supposed to be. Oh, tinnitus. Wonder why that silly face camera has frozen. Let's see if we can't do something about it. Deactivate. Reactivate. See how long it stays there before it freezes up again. So what goodies have you got heading your way? Compliments of the postal service. Eight by 8 lead matrices and a Daft Punk guy shell. Sweet, that's right, because you're making Daft Punk's helmet, the guy helmet, not the other one. Whose Daft Punk build did I just rewatch? It's a couple of years old now. Harrison, Volpin Props. I just watched his YouTube of his build of the Daft Punk helmets. And that goes back a few years now since he's made his. So when your goodies turn up, how much more work will you need to do on it? Obviously they'll be finishing and painting and fitting the LED panels. Do you need to program them, or do they come pre-programmed for you? Okay, I think those are the last two. One, two, three, 4, S and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, S and 2. Yep, haven't missed any of the detail. Okay. Now I get to remove all of the detail from the middle before I cut out the actual shape. That will allow the foam to hold its shape a lot better. I'll do all 4 of those. They'll be affixed to the cross guards, and that then will allow me to get in with the Dremel and start doing the rounding and shaping on these. I've got 2 examples of exactly the same blade that I'll be using for the convention in a fortnight to show off my weathering and aging, but I need some stock to do that on. So basically it's 1 sheet of EVA foam floor mat with the texture sanded off of the side that has the texture on it, and then a sandwich of 5mm on the top to give me the thickness for the handle so I can round the handle off, the thickness of the crossguard and quillions, and that raised detail that runs down the center of the blade like a reverse fuller. This one has absolutely no support in it at all. It's literally a foam stunt blade, if you like, whereas this one has a length of coat hanger. I've got a loop in the top, and I cut a trench. Shit, can't even tell what side it is now. I cut a trench in the middle of the blue foam and have the coat hanger running all the way down the handle and about 3/4 way down the blade. And that one there is my hero prop. It has no bend in it, if you like, but the wire stops here with another really tiny loop on the end of it so that it doesn't tear through the foam, and so that it's not a harmful weapon. At the con, I won't have any problems walking the floor or getting through security with this, at least not here in Australia anyway. Okay, gonna make sure I got a really good point and edge on the blade, because now I'm going to cut out all those really small details and make some foam doilies basically. Now for those of you who watch Twitch streams, particularly those of us who do foam fabrication, and particularly Ted, you'll know it is possible to resharpen your scalpels, your box cutters with a sharpening steel. I use a much smaller one than Ted's. This is a little one that I got from the local hardware store, which apparently was a demo promo product, but it works well. Puts a nice sharp edge on there, and cutting foam, particularly little details like this, you really do need a sharp blade. If I find it starts tearing and I'm not getting a good edge on it by sharpening, then I'll grab a fresh one. But for now, And because this pattern has been traced from this pattern using the outcuts to guide the pen, when you cut the pattern out, you should be removing all of the ink so that you end up with the same sized cuts as your template. Because I do get asked quite a bit, you cut to the inside of the pen or the outside? In this case I cut to the outside. The other thing is to remember that this is going to get hit with the heat gun to seal the foam, but it's also going to open up any cuts in it, so you've got to try pretty hard not to overcut the piece that you're removing and leave the blade run into the foam that you're keeping, because when you hit it with the heat gun, that line opens up and it becomes quite obvious that you've overcut past your mark. Now on the pattern you can see that it's actually an overlay and underlay. There's pieces that go across the top, like that line there, where this line here you can see goes underneath here and pops out this side. When I cut the foam out, I disregard those bits until after I've got it glued down, and then I'll cut those lines with the blade before I hit it with the heat gun, and they'll open up to show that weaving, that under and over type thing. I'm not pushing down particularly hard, I'm letting the blade do all the work. That's what the tool is designed to do. So many fiddlies. Come on, you itty bitty little detail. So fine when you're cutting something like penguin bars are finished. Sad face. Penguin bars are finished. Did I miss anything there? Okay, when I'm cutting like a triangle pattern like that one there, I'll do the base, and instead of cutting from the point backwards, I'll cut from the broad edge down, because when you cut from the point backwards you tend to try and peel the foam back. I just find the foam responds better to cutting towards a narrow tip than it does cutting from the tip backwards. Yeah, at least with 2mm craft foam it just kind of moves out of the way. More information, please. Penguin. Oh, hang on. Penguin bars, biscuits. Yes. Your version of my Tim Tams. Is that where we were with that seek? Talon, how are you, my friend? Good to have you join us again today. And it is indeed morning. It is 2:30. There we go. Yep, penguins, English Tim Tam. See, it took a while for the cognitive processes to work. And that freaking face cam is frozen again. I think I got it on the wrong USB plug on the back of the PC, and I'm getting interrupts, interrupt errors. But as it's the face cam and not the main cam, it's not vitally important. Indeed, some may argue that not being able to see my face is a plus, not a minus. I find my face quite important. You too. Come on. Well, yes, I don't know what it is with the problem on that bloody thing, but there you go. See? Scary! Maybe if I drop the... Ugh. That made it tiny, didn't it? Oh god, turn it off! Turn it off! Like I said, it'll probably freeze again in any minute now. See, I have a, Tony B. Love. I have an unfair advantage. I only have to look out of it. You guys have to look at it. Come on out of there, you little bastard. Yeah, mate. Yeah, tell him what's up, mate. Other B. Oh, right. Sorry. Think he means you, ape. Looks balanced. So you never assume that anybody knows anybody's real name online. The reason that we have our handles is so that we can keep ourselves separate from our online personas. So I'll probably always end up calling you your online handle. I don't care if anyone uses my name. Back in the old Yahoo chat days, I often had Becky in the ID. B Love is Becky Love. There's no insinuation, it's the truth, dude. All Brie Love is Becky Love. Oh, Luke the Vault Dweller is now following. Welcome to the stream, Luke. Thanks for joining us. Thank you very much for the follow. You gave away your full name earlier and it felt wrong. Exactly. It made me feel dirty. So what brings you to the stream, Luke? Say g'day, introduce yourself, let us know who the hell you are. Oh, hang on a second. There we go. We need that, don't we? Hell, and why don't we do this as well? Put that there like so. And do this. Haha! Right. Ready? Warning, this live stream is narrated in conversational Australian English, and as such, it will contain language that may be offensive to some viewers, or inappropriate for children, or it might just upset a few weak bastards. There we go. Disclaimer done. Just another streamer, game geek, and a huge nerd for comics. Sweet! So you stream as well, do you, Luke? Lovely. Let me do this then. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow Luke if you're not already doing so, because all sharing of love is, you know, it's nice. It's nice to share the love. Have a follow. Have a turn the notifications on. Woohoo! Number 10, I'm the 10th follower for Luke. I'm just like fucking awesome. I can say that now. I did the disclaimer. Yeah. Yeah. So what are you playing in your gaming world, mate? What are you into? What would people expect to see when they go to the vault? Oh, and twat. Twat. Right, well, now I think you have overstepped the mark. Fallout or any of the other games that piqued your interest? Good, good. I've been playing, what's it called, Fortnite with my daughter a fair bit lately. Because she plays it a lot, so I'll jump on and play a couple of games. But, I play a lot of WoW. I've been playing WoW since vanilla, so almost 13, 14 years now, I suppose. We have a little bit of difficulty in our house because when I do play first-person shooters, I play Battlefield, and when she plays first-person shooters, she plays COD, and it's like, no! And she's an Xbox gamer while I'm a Master Race gamer. It's like chalk and cheese. I swear she must belong to the fucking postman or the milkman or something. Oh, I didn't do that top one. That's why that doesn't want to pop out of there. Master Race, you assume I mean PlayStation. Excuse me one second, would the younger members of my viewing audience look over there for a while? Yes, of course I meant PlayStation. Yeah, right. Yonlines, how the devil are you, my friend? My friend from the land of the windmill. See, I got it right this time, didn't I? Malwarebytes, I don't give a shit that your 2 AM blinking full search of my hard drive is done. Piss off. That's Australian for yes. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Bit annoyed with your Wi-Fi though? Why, what's your Wi-Fi doing to you, man? A lot of Aussies respond to you in that way. Yeah, it's punctuation in Australia. Dark's music's not too loud and overpowering the stream, is it? Three bars on your cell and your laptop won't pick it up. Oh, that's a bit shitty. Not at all, but I like it and was about to ask what it was. Sweet. Dark Energy Designs, who's a fellow streamer. He has a music library that he's recorded on online. Where the heck is it? The Reverb Nation is where he stores his music. So if you go to www.reverbnation.com/The Judge Project as one word, you'll find this music list. And because I put my streams up on my YouTube channel, running copyrighted music in the background gets me in all sorts of grief with YouTube. They like to delete audio and all those sorts of things, and I can't monetize them. So Dark gave me permission to use his music as the background in my streams to negate any of those issues. So yeah, I'll give him a shout out whenever. I normally have a bit of text written on there. You missed the blade building? No, not yet, you haven't. I am working on some details that go on these, and if it doesn't get too late, because it's 2:45 in the morning, I will be cutting out the profile for the Dawnfang Dustfang blade before I call it quits for the evening. So yeah, no, you haven't missed it. I just haven't got around to it, Luna, because I'm a slacker. Yeah, it was nice of him. Ah, it's not coming out because I've yet to cut that bit of detail all the way around there. That's going to look so fucking messy when I hit it with a heat gun. Yes, see, this is my personal project for a convention I'm doing in about 10 days' time. I need some weapons or some props that I can... Just got a message from your game? Sweet. My game don't message me. Maybe he's DPS and he's been in the looking for group queue for an hour and decided to watch some streaming while looking for group and was waiting. So this is one of the 3 commissions I have on the run at the moment. This is a sword from Elder Scrolls Online, which is called Dusk Fang or Dawn Fang, depending upon the time of the day you are using it in the game. It changes appearance slightly. It stays physically the same, but this large gem here and these 2 gems on either end of the quillions glow either blue or reddy orange, depending upon whether you're using it during the day or during the night. So we're going to put red-blue LEDs behind a smoky gem here and here, so that the client can either turn them off or put them on red or blue, depending upon which variation of the sword she'd like to be using. That's fine. You can like the prismatic blade better, but I'm not making this one for you. I've made you your sword. So, yes, this is part of the project I'm going to do today. I'm trying some new foam as well. Your leader wanted you to send a picture of his base. All the bases belong to us. I like using floor mats because floor mats are readily available and quite cheap, and you can get them anywhere. Hardware stores, sporting goods stores, supermarkets sell them. But we have a foam supplier here in Perth that will cut foam from the block, which is 2 meters by 1 meter, at any thickness. And one of my fellow cosplayers swears by it, so I thought I would try it for this. I got a 10mm thick sheet and a 5mm thick sheet. So the plan is to cut the profile of the blade out in the 10mm thick, right up to the crossguard. It depends on the project I'm building, Luna, and then I will sandwich 5mm on either side of it with the inside cut out. Too much shipping? It depends on where it's going, mate. But yes, you were hit strongly with shipping and then with import duty too, but that was sending stuff from Australia to the Netherlands. I've sent stuff to the UK, to the US, so yeah, it depends on what you want, and then, as Jon says, you need to take into consideration the shipping and if your country is going to hit you with import duty. But a rough estimate is you can pretty much double the price of the build when you include the freight. And it also depends on what you want me to build. If you want me to build you an Iron Man costume, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than building you a sword. Which pretty much goes without saying, doesn't it? Indeed, daggers would be cheaper to build and indeed to freight because it's small. What if it's Black Rock Shooter's big fucking gun? I'm not 100% familiar with that one. Why don't you search for an image for me? Throw it up in chat. Do a Google search or something. I would, but one, I'm lazy, and two, it's my stream, so yeah. Yep, and where's it going to? All those sorts of things. But yeah, let's have a look and see whether it's something I can make before we even worry about whether it's going. I run a wedding DJ business, and the very first thing that most potential clients go, how much is it going to cost to do your wedding? So whoa. You got two other questions to ask me before you worry about how much it costs. The first one is, am I available on the day you want me? Because if I'm not available, it doesn't matter what I cost, I'm still not going to be available. And the other question you need to ask me is, do I want to do your function? Because even if I'm available, if I don't want to do it, again, it doesn't matter what it costs. So yeah, let's see what it is and see whether I can actually make it for you first. Because if I can't make it for you, it doesn't matter about the rest of the information, really, does it? Oh! Links to Google searches! Ping! Oh my god, look at all them pretty pictures. Fuck, that is like a hugely high def image on there. Black Rock Shooter. It doesn't actually look that complicated, but it does look a bit big, doesn't it? Cylinder supports on there, really detailed end nozzle. I can't see a good picture of the chassis there. Yay for giant guns. Yeah, building it's probably going to cost you 200 Australian, and then it depends on where you need it to go as to what it's going to cost in freight. So yeah, you're probably looking at about 400, 450 by the time I build it and I get it to you. Unless you're in Australia, then the freight obviously will be cheaper. Okay, this is a chalk pen, which is great for drawing on the darker coloured foams. Are you lolling at my price? Or are you lolling at my I may not want to do your freaking wedding? Yes. Well, that wasn't very detailed. Yes, my price. Also, the stream buffered. Okay. Well, yeah, if you do live in Australia, it would be cheaper to get it to you. Yes, I brought 3 in the last batch because I tend to use them a fair bit. Chalk zone, indeed. See now, I won't actually cut the center core out until after I've cut out the 2 5mm overlays and glued them on, so that when I do cut it out, all 3 will be sandwiched together and give me a nice crisp edge where the pieces join. So yes, Luna, I'm confused by your response to were you lolling at my price or lolling at my I may not want to build it for you. Because if you're lolling at the price, I think you're going to be a little disappointed asking other people to do commissions for you. Getting stuff commissioned is an expensive process. You take into consideration the materials that it would take to build it, which is about half, but when you have a look at how many hours a person will spend making a commission, any commission. For instance, the sword, I charge $150 for swords on average. This one's a little more expensive because it's got electronics in it. But when you take away all the materials that we use to make it, you're going to end up paying about half of that in materials, which means $75 to build it. If I spend 4 hours, that's less than $20 an hour. If I spend, and it takes a lot more than 4, if you spend 40 hours making it. Oh, you're lolling at my wedding story. Well, yeah, I got a lot of those. I've been a wedding DJ for 30 years. But yeah, I'm getting commissions and stuff made. It's like when I talk to my clients for weddings and I tell them how much I charge for a wedding, I get a lot of people balk at it. But I've been doing this 30 years, and after 30 years I know how much time I put into pre-planning, particularly if they want me to be their master of ceremonies for a wedding. I'll put anywhere between 30 and 40 hours into each wedding, even though I'm only going to be DJing for 6. And I'm only on site for 10. 2 hours before I start to set up, well before the guests, and 2 hours to pack up and stuff. Yeah, they see me for 10 hours, but then we'll have 4 planning meetings and stuff. And it's the same with people who are building commissions. The hourly rate and all the rest of it doesn't turn out to be that freaking good at all, eh? Yeah, there you go. You've seen people on... And I don't tend to get into all that crap. That's the price. Most people reckon when they get my gear that I'm not charging enough for the actual build. But I got to take into consideration what my clients are going to end up paying. Like you, we were quite fucking gobsmacked by the time we got the freight and all the rest of it in there. If I'd charged an hourly rate kind of thing, there's no way either one of us would have been happy with the end result. Damn, it's hot and sticky. Okay. I'm bloody sliced into my fucking finger cutting that big hunk of foam off the roll. I've been reading Choosing Beggars on Reddit. I've been very amused with the stories people wanting picky things for free. Hey, no, don't apologise. There's nothing to apologise for. I apologise for beating my chest and jumping on my bandwagon. If you watch my Facebook page, hint hint, nudge nudge, you'll see I'm a good one for jumping on my soapbox in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Well, possibly. I've done that once or twice. Please, I didn't mean to act like a rich person. None of us do. Most of the rich people I know are bloody pricks. What do you mean I gotta pay tax? I'm rich. Yeah, arsehole. Those of us who fucking struggle. Anyway, let's get down to business to defeat the Hun. Shit, it's 3 o'clock. Please do act like a rich person. They can afford the nicest goodies, like Tim Tams during their stream. I think that blade's just about cactus. Maybe it just needs a bit of cleaning. Bit of the anchovy on it. Oh, bottles of Frangelico. Oh yes, my friend, you know the way to my heart already. Look at that. Excuse me. Yep, someone's talking about me. My ears are burning. So, Tara, if it's okay if I discuss the the BFG through Instagram? Yeah, either that or through Facebook. I don't have much luck with Instagram conversations for some reason. So many piddly details! You're not allowed to use Facebook. Okay. My schedule scan is about to start. Oh, fucking good for you. Now piss off. Let me get to work. Sorted. Thank you for the blessing. So, compliment to the chef for my fine dining experience. What's there to trust? It's social media. You jump on social media and you give away your rights to any illusion of privacy or retention of details. But then again, it's software. Did I heat up a frozen corn? No, my daughter made corn silverside and I smothered it with hot English mustard, like I do. Surprised I'm only belching, because normally that sort of stuff kicks off my peptic ulcer big time. Corned silverside. Silverside, not suicide, silverside. With the boiled potatoes, I boiled the carrot, pea, Hey, it's fine, Loon. Don't worry about it, man. You don't need to explain why you don't want to use Facebook. Like I said, I wouldn't trust it, and I don't trust it. I use it, but then again, I already know that by using any social media format, you've already signed away your rights any freaking way. So yeah, if you want an Instagram, go for it. It's there on the page. Hi, Piper! Hi! People and their fucking fur babies. There we go. I got Instagram running in another tab. Yes, it is meat. Google it. Corned silverside. Oh, it's only called silverside when it's done that particular way. Yep, it's around, yes. Butterfly knives are the fidget spinners of the knife world. We don't usually corn that part of beef in the US either. Well, that's because you're all American and you use that stupid fucking imperial measurements and shit. You run around saying y'all, you know, just like American and stuff. I learned you something. Yeehaw! Oh, hells yeah. Far less slimy. Fourth icon, how the devil are you? What the fuck are you doing awake at this hour of the morning, man? You're in the same time frame as me. You should be, like, snoring and shit, shouldn't you? Last time I cooked a brisket, I told my husband that if he wanted to eat it, he could cook it. Just finished a build. You can't sleep. Yep. I've been thinking about working on another costume and took a break from Raiden. I wanted to work on a costume for the Renaissance Fair. It looks easy enough anyway. So what were you planning, or are you planning for the Renaissance Fair? That particular one that you're interested in having the weapon done for? Get off my finger. It didn't look very Renaissance-y. So you are back in town, are you, Fourth? Geralt from The Witcher. It's an awesome looking character. I love it. I've not seen a bad Geralt yet. Am I going in the Nordic for Evolve? No, mate. The Nordic will be there on display on the mannequin. I have a couple of panels to do and some demos to do, so I need a costume that I can move around freely in. So I will have the Nordic there. He'll be on the mannequin. In fact, he's right there. But no, I won't be wearing him. I will mannequin him. I will probably be wearing my my Kylo. Come on, focus, damn it. Focus down here, where the movement is. You with your stupid autofocus freaking thing. Piece of shit. Got me on audio only. You're afraid my stream specs are too high. Damn. A female Geralt? Why not? Do it to it. Come on, focus. Focus. Thank you. I think that would go down as treat, female Geralt. Well, hey, I don't think it's a Twitch problem. The internet where I'm living is trash. Really? Anything around 720 at 60 FIPS is unstreamable there. Yep, welcome to Australian internet. Hope I can alternate the costume to look feminine and badass. I think you can. Ah, shit, a brick. There's all those. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Thinking about buying the supplies after your con in May. Yeah. So what con are you going to in May? Yes, Tyrannos. Back in the country, been back for a few weeks now. Lodged a permanent residency visa today. Hurrah! Signed that I have 10 days between now and... I figured you got 10 days between now and Evolve. Yes, you do. Australia, where everything tries to kill you, even your internet. Ain't that the fucking truth? Well, I'm in WA, just south of Perth, by about 80 k's. So, yep, completely understand stuff trying to kill you. It's Western Australia. 4th is in WA as well. SabucaCon. It's got to be something on the eastern states, surely. G'day, g'day. And how they hanging? What do you know? We'll strike a line. G'day, g'day. And how's it going? Just say g'day, 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 and she'll be right. Mate, cobber, crikey. Dingo stole me baby. Stingray stabbed me daddy. So, Australia, you got it. Too soon? No, I don't think so. If I thought it was too soon, I wouldn't have used it. Unfortunately, never been outside the country. Stingrays love foreplay. That's okay. I've only ever been here in Australia and to New Zealand. You don't have to go outside the country to see the world, mate. We've got a fantastic fucking country. Baby ate your dingo? Yeah, we serve dingoes up for food. You'd love to visit Germany. Must admit, not one that's kind of come up in my wish list, wanting to go to Germany. Don't know why. Check the 4th. 4th seems to be the one that fucking travels all over the goddamn world, has been every freaking where. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert square, man. The trouble I've had my share, man. Guess you had to be Australian for that one to work. Germany's okay. It loses its glamour when you live next door. Yeah, but that's like everything. Familiarity breeds contempt. Ain't that what they say? So how do Australians survive in the hottest country? We drink a lot of piss. A beer. Because that almost went off the track with the cultural translator not working. Foster's, fuck off! Because Foster's really is piss, and not in a good way. Foster's, the beer you get after you drink a beer and drain it through your kidneys. You're in trouble now. You're in trouble. Oh God, that's a bloody dad joke. Yons, you're older than you look in your photos, mate. It's so bad we sell it to the Poms as an Aussie beer. Indeed. Has rebooted. Barely. Basically, the only reason we sell Foster's at Australian pubs is so you can detect the tourists in the room. Heineken, but that at least is decent. Yeah. Heineken is goat's piss. Duff. Now Duff is a good beer. If you're a fucking cartoon character. Oop. Duff Man. Damn, it's 3:30 in the morning. Would it be so cool to see a kid at a convention wearing superhero armor? Yeah. And mini Iron Man. That would be cool. Yeah, I'll probably only just cut out these two and then call it myself, mate. Iron Boy. Iron Adolescent. I mean, we did do my granddaughter up in... Actually, let's do it this way. Because it's easier to find. Who needs sleep anyway? Where are we? Come on. Where's my photo so I can show these guys? There it is. I did do this one for my my granddaughter a little while ago. Not so much armor, but that's her in costume last year, I think it was. Yes, probably better when there's more light around, mate. You get better photos with you've got better light. Telling you to suck eggs, I know, but yeah. I suppose, speaking of photos, I'm going to put my photo generating device there. Yeah, whatever. Forgot to take progress photos to put up on Instagram and shite. You should go to bed. You've been up for 36 hours? Yes, Yon, you should go to bed. Do damage to your brain cells. Sleep deprivation is actually a really good fucking torture technique. Get yourself some sleep. As if watching my stream wasn't doing enough damage to his brain. So how is life in the desert treating you, young Becky? You off as well, mate? Get some rest. Got a 10-day build starting tomorrow. Yes? Yes, you do. Thanks for joining us tonight anyway, mate. I will see you next time you hop on. If I don't, I will see you at Evolve, of course. It's spring, yes. Yeah, because we're just going into our autumn here. Spring, trees are in bud, the plants greening up before they go brown. You're going to poison some gophers. Yeah, why wouldn't ya? Spring, love is in the air. G'day Wolf, how are you, man? Narrows forth, take care, buddy. Better hide the thighs, indeed. Wolf and her thigh fixation. They're going ape with her thigh fixation, I should say. Although Wolf did bring it up in conversation, so maybe there's something to that. To my Freudian slip. Okay, one more of these pesky little bastards to do. You haven't mentioned anyone's thighs today yet. Yet is the operative word. There we go. See, even Wolf picked up on it. It's almost 2 p.m. Oh, hell, mate. 2 p.m, the sun's over the yard arm. You'd be able to have a drink now, wouldn't you? Look out, Going Ape song with swearing in it. forearms. So I'm showing off these beauties right here. Like matchsticks with the wood shaved off of them. So is Dark even streaming anymore, guys? I don't think I've seen a notification come up for months now. I get stuff in my Instagram that he puts up about 3D printing and playing his guitar and stuff. He did a couple like 2 weeks ago with his new 3D printer. But it wasn't like he used to. Then Furry moved and found himself a woman. Yeah, I knew Dark and Furry wasn't a happening thing anymore. So now Furry's got himself a lady. He has higher priorities. Yeah. Fair enough. Life is a shifting thing after all. Was it life's only constant is change? No, shifting, not shitting. On the regular, yes, prunes, my friend. Prunes, apparently. Okay, just these small fine ones here. And then that's done. You going? No worries, apes. Take care of yourself, my dear. Catch you next time. Thank you very much for being a part of tonight's stream. Appreciate your company. Okay. All these fiddly itty bitty bits of foam cut out of the middle there. Just gonna slap some glue on those, glue them there and there. And I think that'll take me to about 4 AM, which is probably time for myself to call it a night as well. Let's get these blades up out of the way. Get back here. Boo! Time zones! Boo! Yeah. You get that. It's nearly time for this time zone to come to an end too, my friend. But with the amount of work I've got to do, I will probably end up streaming again tomorrow after work anyway. Wobbly! Blade is wobbly! So yes, that's the rubber stunt version, if you like. And this will be the hero prop because it is reinforced. But either way, they'll both work well in the photos. The video, not so much, but I'm not expecting it to be used at all, really. I'm using it for the demo tomorrow to do, next week kind of thing, to do the aging and weathering. Note, I'm probably far behind for my internet is being dodgy. Okay, that's it, ladles and jelly spoons. Time to call it again for another fantastic night in the office. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. It's 5 minutes to 4 in the morning. I'm going to get some sleep because, in case you can't tell, I need my beauty rest. So let's do this. Ooh, what's going on there? Ooh. Don't like that. No, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's do that. God, I'm a good looking lad. Righto. Okay, guys. I'm Tyrannus Cosplay. Thank you for sticking around for the stream tonight. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, you can catch me live on Twitch whenever I stream by going to www.twitch.com/Tyrannus. Tyrannus Cosplay? Yeah, Tyrannus_Cosplay. Until then, I'll see you next time, and please always remember, like it says there in that yellow writing right above my head, this is called cosplay because it's meant to be fun. Good night.